So when we talk about, eat good food, learn about your food, most of us think we're talking about know how to pair your foods, in your plate, make sure your plate is colorful enough, which is right. Those are important things and that makes a big part of it. But when we're talking about learn about your food, we're talking about connect with your food, relate with your food beyond your plate. Where does your food come from? Who handles it? Who makes it? In this video, let's talk about those shows that will give us just that. Before we get started with that awesome list, 6 beautiful shows, let me just say I'm in such a great mood today because I'm in a beautiful place, Coffee City. You remember one of those places I told you about that I had to visit, and you should too this year? Yes, Coffee City is where I'm at and it's amazing. You need to be here. But don't worry, I'll be bringing you the deets on the experience here at Coffee City, either in the videos after this or you must have watched it already. Now, let's get into our shows. The first show, of course, is Your Take Nutrition Show, hosted by yours truly. Applause, please. Applause. Yes, so this show in particular is dealing with, just talking about the actual concerns of the people in the community. What are they faced with? Instead of us coming out with health worker lectures of don't do this, do that, don't do this, do that, avoid this and that, we are saying, what are people actually experiencing? What's of concern to them? What's a matter of, contention or discussion for them? Let's talk about those. Let's base our talking points and our discussion around what people actually need. So that's how the Your Take Nutrition Show caters to nutrition and food and just giving out those tips based on what the community needs. So that's a show you should look out for. Magic One TV every single Sunday 6 p.m. and then on Mondays at 10:45 a.m. But also for you the privileged here on this channel, we get to bring those episodes to you on this channel so you can scroll through, check a playlist of Nutritionist Recommends and see or learn about your food more beyond your plate on that particular space. So that's the first one. The second one is called Seeds of Gold. This one is a Kenyan-based production, and what they do is, try and help us understand how we can get better crop varieties, better crop produce, better food produce from having the fundamentals, which is the seeds, should be of great quality. The techniques you're using to cater to these seeds and these plants should actually be nurturing them other than destroying them or depleting their nutritional content. So Seeds of Gold, I love the way that they present this particular concept or information to us, because they try and make it as simple as possible to understand, so you're able to understand even from a layman's perspective. And they actually go down into the field telling us what are the innovations that have come out in farming and agriculture, and what are the things that are trending right now, what are the things that you should be looking into as a farmer. And even for us who are out there, we should know that these particular technologies are out there so we can demand for more information about our food. So yeah, that's Seeds of Gold for us, just helping us to understand more about the technologies around us that are being used to better our crops and our food, and you should know about too. The third one is Eating the African Way. Yeah, so Eating the African Way is captivating, for lack of a better word. Like, it's so captivating. Why? Because it teaches you about the actual cooking that goes into our food. You look at African traditional food and its diversity and its various flavoring and tastes and specificity when it comes to the process of how to cook it, so that you have a particular flavor and a particular color and a particular temperature and a particular shape. I remember my mom used to want me to cook ugali or cornmeal, and if you did not carve it into a bowl, like an actual bowl on her plate when you are serving it, then you have not cooked her ugali, and that is going to be trouble for you. Yeah, so Eating the African Way is one of those shows that reminds you of your childhood if you're an African, and if you're not, it takes you through an adventure of the excitement and just the processes that go behind making your food. Like, you see love, care, time, patience being put into your food. And that's what if eating the African way has, brought out for us. It also helps you understand some of the foods that, or food traditions or food types that actually you did not know of. Like, I did not know that we can actually eat and cook jackfruit seed. I was enjoying the jackfruit, but I did not know, because the jackfruit seed is hard. So I thought, okay, this is for discarding or planting, and yet, or maybe making a powder out of it, and yet you can cook it as a sauce, a stew, and make something to eat out of it. So eating the African way goes to also give us things that we probably did not know about. So it's discovery, it is adventure, it is reminiscing, it is retrospection of your food and food lifestyle. So Mr. Nicholas, the person that founded Eating the African Way, a big kudos to you. You have done amazing, and we could not thank you enough. Okay, so here are the last three. The first one is a very funny one. It's a UK-based production. It's called First Time Farmers. Now, you know how your parents can be doing a particular business, and because for you the money is flowing into your pocket, they are handing it to you. You basically have nothing to do with what their struggle is in their business. So you have no idea what's going on. So for farmers, these are farmers' kids who basically are bleak about farming. And then guess what? They get these bleak farmers' offspring or kids and throw them into the hot fire and say, you know what? We need produce, we need you to get trying at farming. So you get to see people that are completely confused, ignorant about the whole thing, trying to start learning about farming, trying their hand at farming. And it's funny because there's so many things you get to laugh about and see, and just just be shocked about how they are dealing with the situation. So yes, that is First Time Farmers for you. The other one is called Farmed and Dangerous. This one is a bit scary, so for those that like a little bit of a thriller, this might be one for you. What happens here in Farmed and Dangerous, it's actually a Mexican production from the eatery chain or the restaurant chain called Chipotle. I hope I have pronounced that right. But what these guys are trying to show us or enlighten us about when it comes to our food is, there are particular things that may make our food unsafe. There are particular processes, during processing of our food that can make it unsafe for us, or cultivating of our food that can make it unsafe for us. And therefore, it's very imperative that we look into our food safety systems. What do you know about your food? How do you get information about your food? Where do you get it from? And do you really know what you're eating? So this particular show, Farmed and Dangerous, there was one episode where they were trying to show how beef is adulterated, because some beef is adulterated because they are feeding the cows on actual petroleum pellets or tablets, other than indirect petroleum feed with mixed in some other things. They were just giving them petroleum pellets, and that is dangerous for us, and that's how you see diseases cropping up, that's how you see illnesses cropping up, that's how you see genetic disorders happening because of some of these things, environmental factors like our food. So they're just trying to let us know, we need to just check more into our food, check in and see and understand. The last one is a production that actually airs in the major East African region, where we are talking maybe Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya. And this particular one is fun, it's a bit more like adventure. It's like The Amazing Race, because what they do is kind of like they're a team of experts, agricultural experts, farming experts, food scientists that come together to create some form of boot camp, or competitions, just make it interactive and engaging for the farmers. So this team goes down to the farmers' space, tries to create these exercises and competitions and create grand prizes for them, so that in the process they're getting to learn, tips on how how to better their production, the technologies they should be using, advice, consultation, really, information on things like, you know, stocking, how important it is to stock, bookkeeping, record keeping, etc. You know, just letting them know on the new technologies that are available. Yeah, so it's a mix of adventure but also learning. And you know, it's also fun to watch because you get to know that, hey, so people actually do this to be able to bring beef onto my plate, people actually do this to be able to bring tomatoes onto my plate. Wow. Yeah, so those are the 6 shows that I think you should start out with if you're trying to learn more about your food. You know, let's get into a deeper connection, let's relate with our food, let's make food our friend. How do we do that? By learning about it, discovering about it, understanding it more. That would help us to make more informed choices when we are choosing our food, from where, what time, how, and who. All right, until next time, I'll see you guys. Bye.